Qualitative research is a method of inquiry that seeks to understand people's experiences, perspectives, and social phenomena through non-numeric data, such as words, images, and objects. It involves examining the nuances of human behavior, meaning-making, and the complexities of social and cultural contexts. Key characteristics are inductive reasoning. It builds theories based on observed data, rather than testing pre-existing hypotheses. Contextual focuses on the context in which the research is conducted and how the environment influences the phenomena studied. Flexibility research design is adaptable, allowing for changes in focus as new insights emerge. Types of qualitative research. Descriptive describes the experiences or phenomena in depth. Exploratory seeks to explore new ideas, problems, or phenomena. Interpretive focuses on understanding the meanings individuals attach to experiences. Real-life application. Healthcare exploring patient satisfaction with medical services through in-depth interviews with patients, caregivers, and healthcare professionals. Case study the effect of family support on patients with chronic illness. Interviews with patients and their families help to explore how family support influences the recovery process. Methods in qualitative research are: 1. Interviews. Types of interviews. Structured follows a set series of questions, with little to no deviation. Semi-structured allows flexibility for the interviewer to probe further based on responses. Unstructured open-ended with no fixed questions, giving participants freedom to express themselves. Case study the impact of inclusion in schools for children with autism. Semi-structured interviews with teachers, parents, and children on their experiences with inclusive education. Real-life application. Employment research conducting interviews with employees to understand the impact of leadership styles on job satisfaction. Advantages and limitations. Strengths. Rich, detailed data allows for in-depth exploration of personal experiences. Limitations. Time-consuming, possible interviewer bias, challenges in generalizing findings. 2. Focus groups. A focus group is a guided group discussion that brings together a small number of participants, typically 6-12, to discuss a specific topic. The researcher facilitates the discussion, asking open-ended questions and encouraging participants to interact with one another. Case study public perception of climate change. A focus group with diverse participants discussing their beliefs and attitudes towards climate change policies. Real-life application. Product development. Companies use focus groups to test new products or advertising campaigns by understanding customer reactions. Strengths and limitations. Strengths provides a range of perspectives, dynamic interactions, and group insights. Limitations. Dominant voices can overshadow others. Groupthink may hinder diversity of opinion. 3. Case studies. A case study involves an in-depth examination of a single individual, group, event, or organization. It aims to understand a phenomenon in its natural context. Case study. Autism in education. A school implements an individualized program for a child with autism, and a detailed case study tracks their academic and social progress. Real-life application. Corporate change. A company undergoing restructuring is analyzed to understand how organizational changes affect employee morale and performance. Strengths and limitations. Strengths provides a detailed, contextualized understanding of unique phenomena. Limitations. Limited generalizability to other cases or populations. How to process data analysis in qualitative research. 1. Thematic analysis. Thematic analysis involves identifying patterns, themes, in qualitative data. It typically follows these steps: familiarization, reading through the data multiple times to understand it. Coding, identifying key phrases or segments that are significant. Theme development, grouping codes into broader themes that capture the meaning behind the data. Reviewing and refining, revising themes as new patterns emerge. Case study, exploring the experience of caregivers of children with disabilities. Researchers conduct interviews with parents and caregivers, then use thematic analysis to identify key themes, such as emotional challenges and coping mechanisms. Real-life application. Workplace bullying. Thematic analysis of interviews with employees to uncover common themes in the experience of bullying and its impact on work culture. 2. Content analysis. Content analysis is a systematic approach for analyzing text data by identifying specific words, phrases, or patterns. It is useful for understanding the frequency of certain concepts within a given dataset. Case study. Media representation of mental health. Analyzing articles, news broadcasts, and TV shows to examine how mental health is portrayed in the media. Real-life application. Customer feedback. Analyzing customer reviews to assess the frequency of specific complaints or praises regarding a product. Strengths and limitations. Strengths can handle large amounts of text data, useful for identifying trends and patterns. Limitations: limited in capturing the depth and meaning behind the data. 4. Ethical considerations in qualitative research. Key ethical principles in qualitative analysis. In psychology, informed consent. Participants must fully understand the purpose, risks, and benefits of the research before agreeing to participate. Confidentiality, ensuring that participant identities are protected and data is stored securely. Respect for participants, researchers should avoid exploiting participants and ensure that their participation is voluntary. Case study, research on substance abuse. Researchers studying people with substance abuse disorder ensure they are not stigmatized or coerced into sharing personal information. Real-life application, vulnerable populations, conducting interviews with refugees, ensuring that their personal information and experiences are kept confidential and used respectfully. Challenges and solutions, power imbalance. Researchers should be aware of any power dynamics that could influence participant responses, such as in a teacher-student interview. Cultural sensitivity. Researchers must be aware of cultural norms and practices, especially when conducting research in diverse communities. Strengths and limitations of qualitative methods. Strengths: rich, in-depth data. Qualitative methods provide a deep understanding of human behavior and the complexities of social phenomena. Flexibility. Research can evolve as new insights are gained, allowing researchers to explore unexpected findings. Limitations: subjectivity. Researcher bias may influence data collection and analysis. Limited generalizability. The findings of qualitative studies may not be applicable to larger populations. Real-life application, social change. Understanding how community members feel about a new social policy through in-depth interviews provides rich data, but results may only apply to that specific community. Case study, exploring the experiences of homeless individuals. A case study interviews individuals in various shelters and investigates their experiences. While providing in-depth insights, findings may not represent the entire homeless population.